So it's not true really, but it's quite fun watching people's reactions.
So if you're in a crowd, you need to be
Ordinary tributes and the memories that everybody has had and been willing to share has been so...
Buckingham Palace is in shock. Prince William's latest decision is sending royal insiders into a frenzy. Reports suggest the future king has personally approved a major title change for Duchess Sophie's children. But why now? And how does this shake up the royal family's future? Stay tuned for the explosive details. Something big is happening behind the palace doors. Insiders are buzzing about a decision that has left royal watchers stunned. Prince William has allegedly approved a major title change for Duchess Sophie's children. For years, Lady Louise Windsor and James, Earl of Wessex, have been left out of the traditional royal titles. Unlike their cousins, they were not granted the status of prince and princess at birth. But now, that might be about to change, and it's all happening under Prince William's influence. This sudden shift has raised many questions. Why now? What does it mean for the future of the monarchy? Is this part of a bigger plan to reshape the royal family? Some insiders believe this decision signals William's growing power.
I'm just doing the way I know, and if it's the right way, then brilliant. If it's the wrong way, then...
As he begins to make bold moves in shaping the monarchy. Others suggest this could be a response to recent tensions within the royal family. Whatever the reason, one thing is certain: this isn't just any royal adjustment. It's a move that could set a new precedent for future generations of royals, leaving many to wonder, what's next? To understand why this change is so significant, we need to take a closer look at the royal title system, a system that has been carefully followed for centuries. Traditionally, only the children of the reigning monarch's sons were granted prince or princess titles. However, this rule was adjusted by Queen Elizabeth in 2012, allowing Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis to receive their royal titles, even though they were the monarch's great-grandchildren. But what about Lady Louise Windsor and James, Earl of Wessex? As the children of Prince Edward, the Queen's youngest son, they were eligible for the same royal status.
I think he's just making it absolutely clear to organisations, look, please don't come around asking me to do things.
However, when they were born, their parents made an unusual choice. They decided not to use the prince and princess titles, allowing them to grow up with more privacy. Now, with William's alleged approval, things may be about to change. Some believe this is a strategic move, one that could strengthen Sophie and Edward's position in the monarchy. Others question whether this shift signals a broader restructuring within the royal family. If this title change is confirmed, it will rewrite the rules once again. But why would Prince William approve this now? Could this be a way to modernize the monarchy, or is there more going on behind the scenes? During Queen Elizabeth's reign, royal titles were not handed out freely. The late monarch was known for upholding royal traditions, ensuring that titles were given only where necessary to preserve the structure of the monarchy. Despite her love and admiration for all her grandchildren and great-grandchildren, the Queen never granted Sophie and Edward's children prince and princess titles.
It's much the safest place to be.
And do you feel any sadness about how it's played out?
Many believe she wanted to keep the royal family as streamlined as possible, limiting official roles to those directly in line for the throne. But with King Charles now at the helm and Prince William preparing for his future as king, some speculate that the rules are shifting. The question remains, why now? One theory suggests that this is part of a bigger plan to solidify the roles of trusted royal family members, and Sophie and Edward are among them. Over the past few years, Duchess Sophie has taken on a more prominent role within the monarchy, often stepping in during crucial royal events. By giving her children proper royal titles, could William and Charles be ensuring that the Wessex family remains a key part of the royal future? Or is this a sign that they're willing to redefine tradition to suit their long-term goals? Over the last few years, Prince William has been stepping further into the spotlight of leadership.
I'm simply the latest in a line that can be traced back generations.
With King Charles now on the throne, William has begun making decisions that could shape the monarchy for decades to come. This title change approval could be another sign of his growing power. Some insiders claim that William has a clear vision of a modern, streamlined monarchy, one that still upholds tradition but adapts to the changing times. At the same time, many royal experts believe this decision could also be about loyalty and trust. Sophie and Edward have proven to be devoted to their roles within the family, especially during turbulent times. Could this title change be William's way of ensuring they remain integral to the royal structure? However, others argue that this could create controversy. If Lady Louise and James receive new titles, does this open the door for other royal family members to request similar changes? And what does this mean for the monarchy's stance on who deserves a royal title in today's world? Whether this is a power move or a sign of future plans, one thing is clear. Prince William's influence is growing, and the decisions he makes now will impact the royal family for years to come.
The kind of genesis of this is to try and capture the ingenuity and the problem solving and the...
As expected, the reaction to this news has been mixed, both within the royal family and among the public. Some members of the royal family allegedly see this as a positive step. Duchess Sophie and Prince Edward have remained trusted figures within the monarchy, and their children receiving new titles would only further solidify their place in royal history. However, not everyone is on board. There are whispers that this decision could cause tension among other royal family members. Would this title change set a new precedent, making it difficult to deny similar requests in the future? Public opinion is also divided. Some royal fans believe Lady Louise and James deserve their royal status, while others argue that the monarchy should be reducing, not expanding royal roles. The biggest question remains, what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? If this change is approved, will it lead to even more royal adjustments, or will it be a one-time exception?
To empower them, to give them the chance to make their own decisions about what it is that they wanted to do, to set their own...
With so many unanswered questions, royal watchers everywhere are keeping a close eye on what happens next. This title change, if confirmed, could be the first of many adjustments under Prince William's influence. It suggests a more hands-on approach to shaping the monarchy's future. But what will it mean for the next generation of royals? Could this decision spark other title changes or even reshuffle royal responsibilities? There is also speculation that this move could impact public perception. If William is seen as someone who is actively shaping the monarchy, could this boost his popularity ahead of his future reign, or will it lead to criticism about royal favoritism? One thing is certain, this is not a simple decision. The impact of this move could ripple through the royal family, setting the stage for more changes down the line.
It is the greatest consolation to me to know of the sympathy.
Prince William's decision to approve a title change for Duchess Sophie's children has sent shockwaves through Buckingham Palace. It's a move that could reshape the monarchy in ways no one expected. For years, the royal family has struggled to balance tradition and modernization. Some believe that stripping away unnecessary titles is the best way to adapt to the times, while others argue that preserving royal status is essential for maintaining the monarchy's legacy. This situation raises big questions about how titles should be handled in the future. If Lady Louise and James receive official prince and princess status, would that open the door for other royal relatives to demand similar recognition? And if that happens, where does the palace draw the line? Let's not forget the historical context here. The British monarchy has always been about hierarchy and structure. Every title change, no matter how small, sets a precedent for future generations.
In the States, it was a bit of a late starter there, but it's brilliant. And
If William is making these changes now, does that mean we should expect even bigger shifts when he eventually becomes king? Could this signal the beginning of a royal transformation that will change the very way the monarchy operates? Then there's the issue of public opinion. Many royal watchers are asking, is this move truly necessary? Does it add value to the monarchy? Or does it contradict earlier efforts to streamline the royal family? The British public has mixed reactions to the idea of granting more royal titles. Some feel that Lady Louise and James deserve their royal status, given their direct lineage to the late Queen. Others argue that this move goes against previous royal decisions, setting an unfair standard. But one thing is clear, this decision will have consequences. If King Charles and Prince William continue making these changes, will they eventually redefine what it means to be royal? There's also the question of timing. Why is this happening now? Could it be a strategic move to strengthen the monarchy's influence during a time of growing public scrutiny? Or is it simply a way to reward loyal family members like Sophie and Edward for their unwavering support? So now, we turn to you. What do you think? Should Lady Louise and James receive official royal titles? Or should the monarchy remain as streamlined as possible? Do you think this is a one-time exception, or are we witnessing the first step in a massive royal transformation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to stay updated on the latest royal news, don't forget to subscribe and watch our next video for more insights.